good, everybody? So today it is the first of the month. It is the good old April Fools, but today there'll be no fooling you as we look through the gacha revenue of March. Yes, it is happening. It is here. My gacha game is better than your gacha game, and honestly, I don't really want to spend too long on this today, so we're kind of going to zoom through this and pick out the most obvious interesting candidates. And usually I start from 100, but today I'm going to start from 101 because the Etheria restart is down 19 spots with only 450,000 in revenue across CN and in global. I'm actually surprised that global and JP are like the highest right now. CN does not care about this game. No one cares about this game. It's been dead for absolutely months. Only a couple of people are left coping. It was a failed PvP gacha that had so much potential. It really did. It had so much potential in terms of it had decent presentation. It had kind of semi-decent like character designs, but they really messed up a lot of their grind and messed up a lot of their PvP aspect. And it's sad to see this gacha, well, I don't know if it's sad, but it's, you know, a shame to see a gacha that could have had it all really go down to almost nothing. And I would expect to see some kind of announcement of an imminent EOS. I'll be right. I think Etheria restart is going to be, give it a couple more months. This is not lasting another 6. It is not lasting another 6. At this rate of decline, I don't see how anything is possible. We're probably going to see closure of servers somewhere. It's very likely going to happen with Etheria restart. As we keep on going, we have Swords of Malaria, Stellasaura also down 12 places. As we know, Stellasaura had a bit of a kind of a rough launch, a lot of debate surrounding it, that people picked it back up again, but it hasn't been able to have any sort of staying power whatsoever. Again, we could see massively down in every single market, global to CN to JP. There isn't a single regional market that is excited about what is currently happening with Stellasaura. Probably another gacha that is on the ticking time clock for the next 6 months. They're gonna have to pull something out of the bag. Otherwise, I kind of fear it's not making that 6-month line. Okay, we keep on going. Who do we have? Madoka Grand Summoners, Very Tall Wizard, Dragon Roger, Punishing Grey Raven, good old PGR, still kind of chilling with the 1 mil revenue. Obviously, mostly coming from CN, global kind of down, but everyone be kind of down in the minute. Everyone do be kind of down. PGR still kind of chilling, as long, you know, they're making consistent revenue each month. And I assume that is totally fine because PGR is still pumping out frames, still pumping out content very regularly, so I don't see that changing anytime soon when it comes to PGR. Love Rush Chronicles. I've been told to try this. Actually, this is, if I like lads, I've been told that this might be a game I might like, so maybe we'll try that someday. Tears of Themis, Epic 7, Solo Leveling, Arise, Final Fantasy, Evercry, AFK Arena, One Piece, Chaos Zero Nightmare. Oh, Chaos Zero Nightmare is another gacha that came out, well, into global. This is only global numbers. This is global numbers. So I'd say for global numbers, this is pretty okay. This is pretty okay. I would love to see the CN ones as well, or like JP2. Chaos Zero Nightmare really debuted with a really high revenue and huge interest even amongst global people. Bro, I was on vacation and everyone I knew was playing Chaos Zero Nightmare in their free time. Like people liked it that much. So it's interesting to see a game that managed to hook people so early on has kind of like dwindled down and it's lost its spark and appeal so quickly. It just goes to show how volatile this space is and how difficult it actually is for a gacha to like maintain and retain an audience for a long period of time, because with the more gachas that come out, the more options people have to choose. And if a gacha doesn't immediately cling to them and stick to them and want to be one that they want to continue going for a long period of time, people tend to revert to what they feel more safe in, what they feel more comfortable in, and will stick to the gachas that they, you know, prefer and that they like. Now that there's the option of so many choices, it's just really about comfortability at this point. So you really have to stand out and make people, as a game, people have to choose you. right? People have to choose to want to be a game to play you consistently. And I don't think that that's Chaos Zero Nightmare right now. I think this is definitely a game that people might play from time to time casually, but like, I don't really know. I'm not really sure. Honkai Impact Third. Star Savior. Ooh, as we know, Star Savior had a global release, and they've made almost 2 million. Okay, I hear you. You know what? Fair play. Quite a lot of people have been trying out Star Savior. It didn't have like a full month out, I believe, yet, but a lot of people have been trying this out because of the whole PvP aspect. I have yet to really try it. I played this game until I got a 20 pull and I got a SSR or whatever it was. It seems interesting. I'll probably try it again at some point, but I think the thing with PvP gachas is you really have to be on top of them. Like, you really do. Otherwise, you can kind of like kiss any kind of progress goodbye. And I don't know if I'm that invested in to want to play something that consistently, and that if I don't know if I like. That's the thing. I'm not really a PvP gacha kind of person. That's just really not particularly for me. But maybe I'll try it out just to see the other side, the narrative side, because I've heard that it's not really always about the PvP, and the other PvE aspect is good too. But as we all know with gachas, that could just be a honeymoon period. So we keep going. Heaven Burns Red. Fire Emblem Heroes. Wizardry. Just always making the same amount of money. I don't trust this anymore. I am never trusting the revenue of Wizardry. I don't know where the fuck they get this from, but it's always 2 million every single time. Either it's the most consistent gacha in gacha gaming, or something silly is going on. I don't trust this, so I'm gonna skip it. The Bleach Soul Resonance coming up with 2.3. Brown Dust 2. Wow. Clearly they must have had a... I know they had a lot of promos recently, so they must have had like a new skin or a new character that was kind of like cool. So, you know, congrats on the 3 mil. 7 Deadly Sins Origin. Oh, this is the new open world 7 Deadly Sins game. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Debuting an open world 3D gacha that has like, with a huge IP like 7 Deadly Sins to make 3 mil. Yeah, I don't. Okay, it's just global. Okay, it's just global, but even then, I don't know, man. That's kind of rough. For a launch month as well, also mega rough. Yeah, because usually we tend to see like launch numbers like decrease by sometimes upwards of 50% from 1 month to the next. So we'll see how long this can stick around for. Blue Archive, Light and Night, Shadowverse, Limbus Company, a game that I am going to be playing again soon. I am actually going to be trying it out because again, this is just in global. This is just in global. This isn't including, like, it's a game that's very popular on Steam. Like, really, really popular on Steam. So this isn't including any of those sales. So I'd expect this to be way, 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 way higher. As always, when it comes to gacha revenue, the only good thing you could take away from these numbers is comparing it from 1 month to the month prior of its own self. Because you could take trend data of itself over time and maybe extract some information from that of how like a patch performed. But you can't really take these numbers seriously. We say this every single month. We can't take these seriously. Just trend data from month to month is really what we can look at here. Girls Frontline 2, I'm surprised it's made more of a revenue than last month, considering everything's been happening with Girls Frontline. A lot of people I know have been actually quitting, which is interesting. Reverse 19, another game, apparently, okay, hear me out. Apparently, Reverse 1999 just like released like a hot like unk. Igor or whatever his name is, they released a hot unk, and I'll be real, the marketing team of Reverse 1999 kind of pulled it out the park, because I'm going to be downloading this game and trying it out, because oh my god, yes, I want a hot unk too. I'm so down. So hey, they got me. Maybe next month, we'll see if next month's revenue will be even higher. We'll see. Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade. I'm surprised again that this is like performing worse, considering they just had like the anime finale. Kind of sus. Trickle Revive. Child. Sorry. Listen, my community has been infected with the Speaky virus. Yes. It has massively been affected by the Speaky virus. And I'm actually, it's kind of crazy that like Global's like doing so much better than CN. I assume this is like maybe JP. Yeah, I'm assuming a lot of this is going to be JP. Because the Speaky virus has affected so many memes on the internet right now. It's actually kind of crazy. And no doubt that's pushing this revenue. Like, absolutely no doubt whatsoever. That is the reason why the revenue is being pushed like absolute crazy because of these memes. But it's pretty funny. It's pretty, and I like that Speaky is actually the face of the app. That's kind of interesting. It's not a game I will probably play, but the memes are quite funny. The memes are quite funny. So a game that was born, it got cancelled and came back and reborn and memed to all hell. It has the perfect storm to generate quite a bit of revenue for the time being. So let's see if they're able to keep it up. Because right now it has a lot of the community support behind it. Even though it doesn't have a huge player base, clearly they're quite passionate about it. So, you know, that's a huge W to Trickle Revive. Azure Lane Beyond the Water, Stumble Stars, On Myoji, Summoner's War, Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage, Battle Cat, Dragon Traveler. Dragon Traveler still actually doing kind of like okay. Fair play, you know, I don't have anything to say. Arknights, oh, went from the 24 million to 9. That's down quite a lot. But honestly, kind of to be expected given everything that's been happening. Infinity Nikke, oh my darlings. Is that a Wuthering Waves I see at 11 million? Obviously, the 46 mil was because of Imeth. We knew she was going to sell like absolute fucking hotcakes, and she did. And then we had Luke and Sigrika. Luke being a man. Yes, what is it? A man. Yeah, we don't have man in our game. No man allowed in our game, right? No. Not allowed. Not allowed, man. So obviously a character that people skipped. And then we had Sigrika, right? Sigrika, Skiprika, Whippy Skiprika, that a lot of people have been calling her one of the most skippable characters that has ever existed on Wuthering Waves. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that the revenue reached 11, to be honest. I really am. I really am. But Global pulling in the shift right here. I assume this is probably going to be JP as well. Global pulling in the shift for Sigrika and Luke. But I'd still say 11 mil is pretty good for a man banner and a skippable Sigrika. Nikke! Shout out to all my Nikke homies. Okay, shout out to my Nikke homies. I did a video like just over a week ago reacting to the OSTs. Absolute fire. I can understand why people play this game. I'm probably going to try out the story again for sure. But I get it. I get why this makes so much money. Like, Shift Up is a company that like really does care about their product, about their game, and about their community. Like, they really do care about their community. So I'm not surprised why it's able to be so consistent for so long. Like, being a game that's like rated that high and has so much revenue. It's not a 3D open world gacha, but like they still managed to deliver, and they have a very, very, very dedicated community and a company that genuinely actually cares about their product. Like, they really do, and the whole community vibe. So honestly, that is a huge W for Nikke, even now. Fate Grand Order. Zenless Zone Zero with the 16 mil. Okay, that's coming off the back of Aria and Nangong Yu of the Angels of Delusion. And as we know, Nangong Yu is like apparently broken. Like, she is a broken unit, like almost Dialin kind of levels of broken for what she does. So I'm not surprised if a lot of that revenue came from her, as people, you know, or maybe they pulled Aria and they want Nangong Yu and they got two of them, because obviously they have the Angels of Delusion going on right now. And apparently the story's getting better too, currently at this point in time. So a mix of the story getting better, a broken character, and the last one of the Angels of Delusion. And then we have a result of 16 million right here. So honestly, W to Zenless Zone Zero, I really do hope that they're able, for their 3.0, that they're able to like ramp things up a little bit and get back on track, because apparently kind of fell off the wagon a little bit come like 2.0 and that whole thing. So we'll see if they're able to kind of like pull it through and pull it together and really kind of like pull it out the park when it comes to their 3.0. We will have to see. But yeah, so hey, still being consistent. Hey, that's a W for them. That's W for them in the community, I guess. Naruto Arknights Enfield. Game first, gacha second. Am I right, guys? Game first, gacha second. But apparently, still going pretty strong. From their launch, I believe was it the launch or the second launch? Or the second of 26 million to now being 22 million. Of course, they had, who do they have? They had Rossi that came out like a couple days ago. And then they had Tantang before that as well. And then before that, what was it? Like Avon as well. Like a lot of like awesome characters. I do think that them having like banners so frequently is definitely helping for their revenue. Like I don't doubt that that's like a thing that's happening. But we see here, yeah, CN loving Arknights Enfield right here. Global with 5 and 6 mil. Down 20% though. CN seems to be like relatively stable, but it is down for global. And that is also going to include JP and the rest of global too. So there is like a decline in interest right now for what's going on. But again, kind of expected to happen after a launch. Launch tends to be like maybe your biggest revenue months, but it's not by much. It's not by much, so I'm very interested. It's even up a place compared to like everybody else right now. So I am hoping that it will stay consistent. Does seem to be to be consistent, and we'll see next month if they're able to stick in their 20 mil range. If they are, then Arknights is probably Enfield's probably gonna have quite a lot of success going forward. Which is to be expected of a game that already has a big IP behind it. I really think for a gacha to be successful in this day and age, you already have to have like an existing IP behind, or like the most insane marketing campaign of like all time, or like a COVID, right? Like I don't think any game is really coming out the woodworks just making a game just off rip without any sort of prior like knowledge about it right now. So that's kind of that one. 5 Pokemon TCG Pocket, Honkai Star Rail. Wow, okay, a Honkai Star Rail with the 31 mil. That's kind of crazy. Who did they have on banner? I'm trying to think. They have Ashvale right now, I believe, like the dude. And before that was Sparksy, right? Yeah, okay, so that would kind of make sense, I guess. Sparksy with the mix of Ashvale. I don't know. I don't really see many people talking about HSR right now. I really don't. But Sparksy was obviously a character that everyone's going to pull for regardless. And we have now the dude, the heavy metal dude. That trailer was awesome, by the way. I uploaded my reaction to it on my Clips channel, so you should go check that out. But I don't really see that many people talking about HSR. I have no idea if the story is good. Yo, let me know in the comments down below. Is the story for HSR like actually like good again right now? Or is it like another skip moment? Like, is it another skip moment? I kind of need to know. It's very important, must know. But, you know, it's still doing strong. HSR isn't really going anywhere in terms of revenue. Like, I really don't think it's going to be. Despite all the stuff they have going on with having to change everything. Silverwolf looks really cool. Evanescia, I believe her name is looking kind of interesting as well, kind of. But, like, Silverwolf in particular, it's probably going to absolutely carry HSR in the future. But, yeah, that's what's going on for HSR. 3, Uma Musume. I was kind of thinking that Uma Musume was on a decline, but I think did they just launch like a new career or like a CM thing or whatever it's called? And they also had like an anniversary thing, right? Because I played, it's the anniversary, isn't it? I played Uma Musume for the first time in a long time, like a couple days ago before I did like my music react to the OST. I spent 30,000 carats. I spent 30,000 carats and I got one like SSR or whatever the hell. So that's great. That's great. But yeah, no, Uma Musume kind of doing its thing up in JP, up in global, but down apparently in Korea. Korea doesn't like Uma Musume very much, but massively up in. Look at that, 12 mil in JP is crazy, but also like 3 mil, 6 mil in global, excluding JP, is actually kind of crazy. It's still crazy. So Uma clearly still has a hold on people in the global market, which is pretty awesome to see. Genshin Impacto. I think, what was the banner? Like Vaka the man? So performing pretty well. Performing quite well. Again, I need to catch up I played the first patch of the Nod Cry stuff and it was actually okay. I got up until like Flint and stuff, and then I kind of pieced out for a bit, but Genshin is a game and story I'm gonna have to catch up on because I do surprisingly like, I kind of liked the story where it was going, so I'm gonna have to try that out at some point. And then number 1, Love and Deep Space. Yes, the Caleb Myth banner. The Caleb Myth banner, not performing as well as other boys' Myth banners, I do have to say, but still performing better than the others. Like, Myth banners tend to perform the best, or like the pentuple banners where everyone gets their own like special like version. But yeah, obviously Love of Speed Space in kind of a controversy at the moment with their community going after like snow breaks and having that whole thing going down, and then Love and Deep Space having a lot of infighting when it comes to Gacha. Yes. Oh, you're my baby brother. Quick, let me make out with you. That whole thing going down, and then his secret times being kind of like very sussy, wanting to do stuff to the MC while she's sleeping, all that kind of stuff. Love Deep Space having its own controversies at the moment at the wazoo, which is kind of crazy. Speaking of which, where's Snowbreak? Because obviously Snowbreak has had its servers down. Snowbreak has had its servers down like all month, right? So they should be like maybe not even here right now. They're probably like they can make no money, right? Like absolutely like no money. Mirror and Star Legends. Oh, Service of Black. Oh, Cat Fantasy. Is it even? I doubt. Or is it almost a month? Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, 132,000. I guess that's all they made before they had to close their service and maintenance, which apparently should be open like sometime soon. They said like early April, right? So even then, they only made like $1 million beforehand. I don't know if Snowbreak's going to recover from this, and it really is sad to see. So that's kind of how it is for the Gacha revenue charts. I appreciate y'all. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe with all that good stuff. I'm live almost every single day on Twitch, Kick, wherever you like to watch streams. Come over today. I'm actually going to be playing some Resident Evil Requiem tonight. So come on over, have some good times, come chill with us. Join my Discord. We like to get silly and VC quite a lot, so I appreciate y'all. See you guys in the next one. Peace!